Hey guys, Deloitte here, back in with another edition of Masher Mondays. What the heck? They're back? Temporarily, yes. Today I have this Spider-Man Deluxe Masher. It's probably what it's going to be called. So, because they made several Spider-Man Mashers. They made the first Spider-Man, which is probably the best one because it's got the best articulation on it. The second one, which is but it does have the sculpted webs and some web effects that are pre-molded to the hands, so I don't know. Then they made this one. They made a couple of variants like Iron Spider and then Superior Spider-Man. Then they made the Ben Reilly Spider-Man, you know, the one with the blue hands and the web shooters. And then, shoot. One more, and then I think they repackaged the first one in with a vehicle, and I think there was supposed to be a Scarlet Spider and a Symbiote Spider-Man, but I'd never seen them, so would I mind owning them? Absolutely not. So I'm down for Mashers if anyone is game, because apparently there's a Crossbones and Red Skull. What the heck? Never seen those, and I never saw the mini Ghost Rider or Venom, so I don't know what happened to Mashers, but like last year they just went I think it's because they made Star Wars and dinosaurs, and that's when I went so either way, I've reviewed the Marvel, Star Wars, and I do have a couple of the Transformers ones, however they're not complete, so I'm not sure if I'll get around to that or not. I do have a Starscream. Not sure if I reviewed him or not, but either way, we got a lot to talk about with this guy because he comes with a lot of stuff. I got this from Brian Starner, aka Toy Nuts, a few weeks ago. I'm just now getting into this video, but yeah. So in terms of what he comes with, well, what's already on him? He's got these two little blue swords and this cape. Oh right, there was a Spider-Man 2099. Also, that used this cape, which I never saw that either, so what the heck. He came with Rhino in a 2-pack, and I think he got a skateboard too. And then he also comes with 3 of these little web things. Why do they only include 3? That's an odd number, don't you think? Well, outside of it being an odd number, I would think, you know, if you had 4 of them, you could put 2 down here, then 2 on his shoulders, but they never give you 4 of them. It's like Deadpool's shurikens. Why? Just pack 2 if you're just gonna throw some odd number crap. I guess it's okay, you know, if you need a spare. But this guy actually has a gimmick, and we're gonna try and do this because these blades are really long. But if you turn him this way, as long as I hold his feet down. As you notice, he's got a waist or a diaphragm joint, but this joint is a little bit different because it's not your average diaphragm joint. He does a spin attack. Let me do that again. It helps if you have the web cape on, because you can actually use that to help him turn. And then let him go. I'll do it one more time, in case you're not dizzy yet. Just fast forward a little bit if you're not interested. And let him go. Pretty cool. So for $20, you get a gimmick that's really easy to do. all you do is hold his feet down with 2 fingers, and then you just rotate him up here. I'm not going to do it again. I already did it 3 times. I think that's enough. You know, it works pretty well. Obviously, over time, if you do it too many times, it may screw up the gears inside. I mean, he does have some screws on his back. That's not exactly pretty, but, you know, he's got the gimmick. And if you have this on, it's not, I mean, you can't even see him, so, unless you look up, and even then, or down, I guess look up and down, you know, if I can get my directions right, but with the cape on, you can't even see him hardly, so it's not that big a deal. But his swords are, of course, separate pieces, as are his limbs. This arm in particular is kind of loose, but that's okay. It is a masher, and Star Nuts found it at the Goodwill, so it is a little bit loosey-goosey here and there, but not too bad. And then, of course, you can pop these little things off. Have those for all kinds of fun occasions, like sweet 16s and bar mitzvahs. He does include a couple extra parts, well, a little bit more than a couple. He comes with a saber-toothed head and arm for some reason, instead of like maybe oh shoot, who am I thinking of? Maybe like Shocker, or different Green Goblin, or I don't know, a Spider-Man villain. But yeah, he comes with the saber-toothed head and hand. I still say that's kind of funny because Ultron came with a toxin arm and head, and I kind of wish they put those with the Spider-Man, because that would make a little bit more sense. But you got those, you know, you can put those with the brown costume Wolverine if you want, make him look like he tore him to pieces. He comes with a little camera, which you can actually hold in this hand. I think the way you would typically hold a camera, you just gotta push it in there, then he can go out and lose his arm, because that's appropriate. And he can go and take pictures. That's pretty cool. I kind of wish the peg for this was on the back instead of on the side, because mounting it to him looks kind of stupid. If they put the peg on the side or on the back, you could be able to like put it on his hip, and that would look kind of neat. But oh well. Let's see, what else does he have? He has this web shooting hand, which, you know, you can pop this arm off, and this piece is actually on a hinge, which is interesting. So it's got like a little web net there, and also for the other arm, a web cannon with that other little web armor piece. Why they included 3, I don't know. I guess it's because if you lose one, you got an extra. I don't know. But he's got a web cannon, I think. Kind of looks like one of the web shooters they make for that shoot the silly string. I never had one of those, but it kind of reminds me of that, which is kind of funny. And then since we have that side popped off, he comes with probably the coolest interchangeable arm, the boxing glove. I wish another figure came with one of these. You could have like 2 boxing gloves. But personally, if you're familiar with his Marvel Legends counterpart anyways, I'm going to bring in an old masher. Mr. Wade Wilson Deadpool here. And I think the boxing glove works great on him. I think that's really funny. So you can do that if you want. And yeah, that's pretty funny. So do that at your own leisure. But I think that's kind of a neat touch, including a boxing glove. And for some reason, I thought this guy came with a pizza. Maybe somebody else did, but I don't know. Then he comes with probably the one that makes the most sense, a battle-damaged mask. You know what? He could have came with parts to the lizard, or the vulture. But I can give him a shredded mask. Or, you know what you could also do is bring in the original Spidey Masher, which is essentially the same thing, but with a little bit more articulation. You could give that to him, or you could even give the regular head to him. Shoot, get on there. Because the eyes are actually different. If you could see, one's kind of got the squint going on. I don't know why they went that route for the rest of this line, but that's pretty cool. And of course, you can also do some other things, like you could put this whip hand on. Give him his head back first. On this Spidey, if you wanted to. You can swap the heads out. Now, if you wanted this Spidey to have the regular eyes, you could do that. Sugar. If you wanted this Spidey to have this, you can do that. I think that's kind of neat. The reds, I think they match. They might be a little off. But it's mashers. Does that really matter? But yeah, you can do what you want with that. I think it's kind of neat. You can mix and match the parts. And then last but not least, he comes with this Imperial Guard looking staff, which fits right in his hand there. And he can wield that. It's pretty cool. And then he's got this shield here that you can peg into his arm, and it spins. So that's pretty neat. So this Spider-Man, for 20 bucks, you get probably enough plastic to make a whole other figure. Whereas Marvel Legends, you get part of another figure. So pick your poison, I suppose. But I will say, a lot of people hate on the Mashers, but I like them because it's a good value for money. You get a lot of plastic in here. Whereas Marvel Legends, you know, they repaint the same thing 50 plus times, and it doesn't seem like it's worth it. I mean, I like most of my Marvel Legends, don't get me wrong. I give them pretty decent reviews, but I would expect a little bit better, considering they were able to do this Masher line, and it was, I think, pretty successful, outside of the fact that some of their frickin' elbows pop off. So, yeah. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this review of the Deluxe Spidey Masher. I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10 because I really have no issues with this guy. It's a fun toy. That's all there is to it. You buy toys for kids so they can play with them and have fun with them, and I think a kid would love this thing. So, with that being said, this review has gone way too long, and until next time, I will catch you guys later.